Here's a project overview for this little Parks with Points EV offset, solar offset, I should say. And this is running good. I would say we're maybe at the month if you count testing. It is a Grow Watt, just a string inverter. We're limited to 10K. If you're interested in why we're limited, I'll have to do one on the Illinois Shine program. But basically, this at its peak is probably only hitting about 80% usage of the inverter. So we are going to, as you can tell, have a separate project where we're going to add ballasted panels in front of it that'll allow us, because there's 4 strings or 4 MPPs in this, to be able to point panels a different direction. As you can tell, this huge array is only one way, so I came out here at dusk so you can see the sun start to rise. So we'll have some panels facing this, and then we'll have some panels that face the opposite way. So that's a project for another day, but you can see this is our main unit and why we're here. So let's move to our secondary unit. This is a secondary unit. This is the, believe it or not, the original unit I bought, because it's an 11.4, but it became the second unit for other reasons. But this property here is on the backside, and we are going to use all of our used equipment and small stuff because over here is not perfect. You can see this is all trees, but we have panels that are already on the house. So the goal here is, this used to be completely off grid, but it was just always, I wouldn't say a fight because that's the wrong terms, but it was just always a challenge when I'm traveling if there was a problem. And you'll see there are 9 old panels up here, and they do get decent sun throughout the day. But our goal is to take all of the used stuff or remaining panels that we have from buying a pallet, and we'll get these up off the ground, and we'll either replace these because they're unfortunately where we get the most sun. These really only hit sun a small amount during the day, and we will piecemeal a system. And my goal is to make this completely self-sufficient, and the EV car charger for this property will only charge the car when it's producing over the property's amount. And when it produces, extra, it feeds the grid just like ours do. So in the pros and cons of going grid versus off grid, I just am leveraging the grid for this project because I travel so much. It's just not in a situation where I've had a system that's worked perfectly. There's always been something wrong with going off grid, for me anyway. So anyway, that's a overview of where we are at the project at the 1 month standpoint. So this and this are things that I need to get to and do. And I know for sure I'm never going to use the full percentage of this, except for maybe peaks. Sorry, full percentage. I know I'm never going to use the full percent of this inverter, but really just some small peaks, and that's when we'll charge the car. So there's a high level overview of the project so that when you follow along, we can reference this at any point, just to kind of get an overall view of the project.